Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be showing off the new Janemba EZA for the INT version here at 100% on the Movie Bosses team over on the JP server. We have a pretty good link partner for him on this team in the form of the Tech Final Form Cooler. They share a couple of attack links as well as the Metamorphosis healing link. He's not on this first rotation, so let's bring up our information here on the screen while we go through this. So, as you can see, big improvements. As one of the newer units to get the EZAs, his leader skill goes up to being 90% and 3 key for INT types, which is pretty solid. His super attack, still the lightning shower rain, goes from supreme to immense damage and still greatly lowers defense, which is very good. And then his passive skill, Space Domination. Look at that, just amount of text there is now compared to before. So instead of 5,000 flat boost and that original Janemba ability to guard against all types, he now gets attack and defense plus 70%, which is a much more substantial boost. Guard activated against all attacks still, because, you know, he's got to have that. Then he has medium chance to evade enemies' attacks, including super attacks, for 1 turn, and attack plus 40% for 4 turns once guard is activated. So his links are Big Bad Bosses, Shocking Speed, Metamorphosis, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. And of course he is an EZA unit, so he goes up to SA 15 now. All his stats very high, as all these EZA units seem to be. So we will jump back over to the actual gameplay here. We took out the Goku in the first rotation, so unfortunately we can't get attacked before we get to attack. So we'll get the attack boost after Goku attacks him for 4 turns. So let's go for Vegeta with everybody else. So yeah, he only gets the medium chance to evade all attacks only for the 1 turn. So if he's getting hit in the first slot, then it's great, because he can then potentially dodge all the attacks for the rest of the turn. But wow, 1.7 million damage on a crit. Okay. And then yeah, tanking like an absolute beast. So no surprises there. Let's see if we can. So ideally we want to get a rotation where we have Turles in the last slot for that great stat boost, and then attacks like this turn would be perfect with the attacks in the first slot. So can't avoid any super attacks here, unfortunately. Movie Boss's team is a very powerful team. Only going to get more powerful when the new Broly comes out, so this is one of my favourite teams to run over on Global anyway, so this is it's going to get a lot better in the future. So I actually held off on Global. I have my Janemba at I think 98%. He only has the 4-star abilities in the bottom right to fill in, because I hadn't put orbs into him much because I didn't use him a huge amount before I pulled the STR one. So as soon as we got news about the EZA coming, I filled in all of his paths except those last 4-star abilities, just to wait and see what his abilities were going to be, because I felt like if they were going to give him some crazy dodge mechanic, then giving him 20 dodge might be a waste. But yeah, I think I'll definitely give him a decent amount of dodge. He doesn't really need additionals, so I think I'll give him a decent mix of dodge and crit. I don't think I'll go full 20 dodge with him, but okay, so this is a turn just like we wanted. So we're going to take a hit. So after we get that first hit in from Gogeta, we are then going to have a medium chance to evade all of his attacks for the rest of the turn. And of course we get a nice attack boost. So there you go, dodge the first one. 2 million damage with no crit. That is pretty damn good. And then yeah, double digits and then another dodge. So I mean that's going to come in most useful in things like Super Battle Road or when you're actually taking a super attack, because his defensive capabilities are so good now that even not dodging those attacks, he only took double digits damage. So very, very powerful Extreme Z Awakening for Janemba. Does this make him better than the STR one though? This is an interesting interesting situation, because if you guys have watched previous like Super Battle Road streams and stuff, you know I get very frustrated with STR Janemba. If he doesn't get that chance to dodge, then aside from being a fairly tanky unit, he doesn't do a lot for your team. So let's actually have a look here as we start to go on to the Gogeta event, sorry, Omega event next. Let us see what the attack boost difference is for STR Janemba. So let's go into there. Let's get the other Janemba up here. So yeah, the other Janemba, STR Janemba, gives himself attack plus 80%. And then he just has a medium chance to dodge all attacks just straight from the off. Whereas this guy needs to get hit once to get that dodge in for that turn. But he gets attack and defense 70%. So 10% less attack, 70% defense on top. And then once he gets hit, attack plus 40% for 4 turns. Yeah, so the fact that he is super attack 15 as well potentially makes him a lot better than the STR ones. That's crazy. No key for you apparently. Let's do this. Yeah, that'll do. Don't need a super for you. And then you can grab those. So yeah, it looks like this Janemba potentially going to be better than the STR one overall. Let's check out their maximum stats. So STR Janemba has 16,000 HP and attack and almost 10,000 defense. And then we have 15,000 HP, just over 16,000 attack and 11,000 defense. So yeah, I'm going to have to do some more testing myself, but it definitely seems like this EZA for the INT Janemba makes him better than the STR one, so that is very, very interesting. And of course we're getting a transformation from Turles, which he's just here for support. That's not what we wanted, but that's alright, because the freezer units link well enough. Well, I was going to say they link well enough together that it doesn't matter, but I'm missing out on some key there. So yeah, some of the crazy, these new EZAs with Janemba and Super Saiyan 3 STR Vegeta, these very, very good defensive units are now getting these huge stat increases and being able to hit for pretty crazy numbers. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, obviously we had type advantage over him, but he has pretty decent damage reduction in his event. And so this EZA Janemba hitting for 2 million damage with no crit, that is actually pretty crazy. So is he locked him in place already? Yeah, of course he has. Fortunately, we brought these, because I don't like to do Boss Rush 6 all the time, because you don't want to just do the same events for boss rushes, but there are certain stages you've got to remember to bring certain items. So if you're doing this one, you need to bring something to stop this Omega shenanigans, and if you're going on Boss Rush 6, you probably need to bring flutes if you don't want the video to be super long. So yeah, there you go. We took that first hit, his passive triggers, and then we dodged the second one. Almost 1 million damage with no crit to the STR Omega. That's pretty good. Obviously, he has very good damage reduction unless you have GT units. So very, very solid. But yeah, Turles will take him out here. I guess we can go. Will we take him out here? Kind of want to see what damage Janemba will do to this guy, but let's see. Let's go for no super. Well, we can't really get no supers with anyone else, but... And of course, the Dokkan mode with Frieza unfortunately couldn't avoid getting the super attacks with any of the rest of the units on the rotation. So I'm just going to deliberately not get those. I'm going to play it off like it's strategic, but if you guys have seen any of my previous showcases from the emulator, I am terrible at hitting the Dokkan mode on it. So, but at least this time we did it for a reason, because I really didn't want Frieza to do some ridiculous amount of damage and take out Omega. Seems like it probably would have been unlikely, but just to be sure. So additional from Metal Cooler. Right, so Janemba, that Metamorphosis link, and Turles as well, perfect. Ooh, so we got no key support from Turles. Look how many spots of 5 orbs there are. I need 6 together. So yeah, I want to do this because I want... Oh, this... There's so many greens up there, but I don't think that'll come down the way we want. This is the only downside with Turles being here. So yeah, let's do this. Do we want to do that? No, we didn't really. Okay, well, I'm not going to get a super attack with him, so rip the dream. I didn't want to put him in the last slot where we could have got a super attack because I want to see him tank these hits from Omega. So Turles, once transformed, does at least hit very hard and tank very well. So okay, so the first attack is going to be a super, the one that we won't get a chance to dodge because our passive doesn't trigger till he hits us. But 39k against a very powerful physical unit. Obviously Janemba cares not for type disadvantage. So, and of course now Turles is untransformed. But there you go. So that is a showing of what the new INT Janemba EZA can really do. He absolutely packs a punch, as well as tanking for very, very little damage. That stat comparison does clearly show that I think he might be better than the STR one. So it's pretty cool that for a lot of us, this guy, having been around for so long, have him with all his paths open SA10. His super attack is obviously farmable, so if you happen to pull a spare INT one, you can farm him up to SA5, and once you have your main one fully EZA'd, just train them both together to get him to SA15. So, but anyway, that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the Masked Ningen, or join my Discord. The link is in the description, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.